Eric and I sometimes are considered fools by a lot of people, and we like to consider ourselves fools. Are we fools in paradise, or is it just a fool's paradise? Eric Holmes would have an idea about Fool's Paradise. Let me just quickly talk about it. It's directed by Charlie Day, and Charlie Day plays this guy who is pretty much, let's just say he's a mute. He is in Eric, he's in a hospital. He's at maybe a ward of the state, and for some reason, because there's not enough funds, he is released out into the wilds of Los Angeles all by his lonesome because the state can't pay for him anymore. And he is just dumped right in the middle of LA. I think it's somewhere in downtown LA. And he is scooped up by the ravages of Hollywood, meaning the industry bigwigs of Hollywood. One of the first people to grab him, this stranger who can barely speak, and he seems very gullible and guileless and very naive. Again, this person is played by Charlie Day. The person who picks him up is a producer played by the late Ray Liotta in a very flashy performance. And the rest of this movie has the misadventures of Charlie Day's character as he navigates his way through Los Angeles and finds himself becoming almost a overnight sensation just based on not saying anything and the fact that he actually looks like a big time movie star. That big time movie star is also played by Charlie Day as well. And that very, very interesting performance too. It's sort of a 2-level performance from Charlie Day. Also, we have to mention Ken Jeong. He is a publicist who is not very successful. He might have actually hit the pot of gold by basically latching himself onto the popularity of this Charlie Day's character. I believe his character's name is called Latte Pronto. And so it's this agent played by Ken Jeong who his misadventures with Latte Pronto throughout the rest of the movie. And you get it's like it's a mad world. You have so many cameos throughout this 97-minute movie. It's a madcap farce. There are moments of tugs at your heart. It's a throwback to films of yesteryear, and it's sort of, if you're a fan of Buster Keaton or Charlie Chaplin, you will get the reference from Fool's Paradise. Wondering, Eric Holmes, it's fresh on your mind. Did this movie work for you?
Yeah, this was actually a really good remake of Hal Ashby's Being There. It's almost the exact same setup. An idiot or just someone that's not there, whatever you want to call it, just wanders aimlessly through life, and people kind of project onto him. And that's without Charlie Day's character doing anything. He kind of just falls into success or failure or whatever it is, and through really no actions of his own. I think Being There's probably plays that a little better than this, but this is, I think, a funnier version of it because definitely got good comedy. I like this also has a lot more whimsy to it because it's not a musical, but it's got kind of that feel to it. John Bryan's score is about perfect for a movie like this.
Adrian Brody's very funny. He plays a hipster actor who's just fantastic. We also have to mention Jason Sudeikis is in this.
I really got to take in the movies. And, sometimes Steven Spielberg said that you could watch a movie without sound. And if it works, then it's a great movie. Well, I plug my ears when I watch a movie. Sometimes I even close my eyes so I'm not listening or watching it. And I feel I'm really taking in. Like that's the kind of humor they got in.
Right.
The way they kind of send up just all matters of Hollywood. I mean, we've seen movies that do that before.
Yeah.
We've seen movies that do that poorly. The Bubble, for example. This is like a good version of that. I think this is the movie that The Bubble was going for and falls short of, because I think it sends up actors like the whole deal with Ray Liotta because Charlie Day, his character's taking over for an actor also played by Charlie Day, and he's like this method actor, and Ray Liotta is just having none of it. It's like he's such a dick. Screw this guy. It's like, well, he's a method actor, and it's like, oh, he's a method actor. He wants everyone to call him Billy the Kid, and he's living in the Wild West. Well, guess what? They didn't have air conditioning in the Wild West. They didn't have flat screen TVs. He doesn't seem to have a problem with that, but he has a problem with showing up to set on time. Screw this guy. So this is really good. And again, if you like Hal Ashby's Being There, this is like a really good remake of that. So there you go. That'd probably be the short version of all of this.
I will also say Fool's Paradise is really, I think, might be better on the rewatch because there will be sections of this movie. If you glom on to the actual comedic stylings of this movie, you're going to watch it again for certain sequences. For example, if you are a fan of John Malkovich, you may not even be a fan of Fool's Paradise. you will have to watch Fool's Paradise for this memorable John Malkovich monologue that everyone is going to be talking about. I thought it was a very well. I don't know if Eric agrees with me. I thought it was a really wonderful monologue. It's just completely out there and scenery chewing, and it's totally Malkovich. Did you like that moment, Eric?
Yeah. Also, Dean Norris. He's coming in yelling at. He came in to yell at Charlie Day, but he got the wrong guy, so he just yells at Kim Jeong instead, and he's like just cowering on the couch there. It's like his buddy's like, it's that guy. He's like, oh, you son of a. Yeah, Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah,
his cameo, like pretty much all the cameos in this are great. Yeah,
Kate Beckinsale's great. She's an actress who really.
She's just like,
yeah.
Oh yes, I really feel like connection. We should get married. I don't think it's like everyone in this is like so oblivious to the world around them, which is just kind of perfect. And
it's a comedy. It might be a little bit of a veiled indictment on the vagaries of Hollywood as well.
Oh, it's not veiled. It's not veiled.
Okay,
it's right. It's right up in front.
Yeah, I'm glad you like this.
I think this is Charlie Day's first directing thing as far as I can tell, and he did pretty damn good. Good for him.
I don't know,
right out of the gate.
Bruce, I remember just out of the blue you wanted to watch that Charlie Day romantic comedy and you ended up liking it. I forgot what the name of that movie was. Are you going to give Fool's Paradise a chance whenever it's streaming or whatnot?
Yeah, I'm curious about this movie. I saw it pop up and I just didn't have time to watch it yet, but it definitely looks like this is the kind of movie I give it a chance to, and it's just kind of whether the comedy hits you or not, because, comedy is so kind of individual, but it looks interesting and fun. So I would definitely give it a chance.
No, there's a little bit of a bias here. I was able to interview Ken Jeong over the weekend, and during the interview, he talks about this is his favorite performance of his. It's his most deep, and it's a very good performance as a publicist. So actually, one of the biggest surprises of Fool's Paradise is Ken Jeong's publicist has a really big role. He's sort of the second in command for Fool's Paradise, and Charlie Day is pretty good in the lead role as well. Final thoughts, Eric Holmes, on Fool's Paradise? Yes, sir.
Without saying what the ending is, the ending was really sweet. Like it really got me in my heart. Like there's a moment between Kim Jeong and Charlie Day at the end. There was like with all the whimsy and all the silliness and stupidity going on. Like they just really hit a emotional beat at the end. They was like, oh, you son of a bitch, you got me. I love you guys.
Yeah, Eric has a lot of heart. I wanted it to be a dark and sad movie, but
it did get there. It did get there.
It did get there. We have to mention Common too. Common's very good at this movie. There's just so many people who are good. I'm actually
who that was. Okay.
Yes. Right.
We don't have to mention who the character is, but I was trying to figure out who that was. And okay.
Yeah, very good. So that is Fool's Paradise in theaters May 12th. Eric Holmes, what is your rating?
I'm gonna go 4.5, but you know what? Actually, I'll just go 5 on this one because it would be 4.5 now, but there's like so much like hidden comedy in there. That just went right by me that I think I'll pick up. This is definitely going to be a movie that if I watch it again, it's just going to get funnier.
5 stars from Eric Holmes, and I am going to actually, I feel bad not giving it 5 stars, but I'm giving it a solid 4 stars for me for Fool's Paradise. I rarely give movies 4 stars, so I really enjoyed Fool's Paradise. Okay.
Never, not once.
little jokey joke for me, okay. But anyways, 4 stars for me from Fool's Paradise, and Bruce Perky has given it 4.5 stars. I'm just
Greg,
Bruce
real
Perky.
quick.
I apologize. Yes, sir. Yes, Eric.
I must have missed this, and maybe I just have to watch. Oh, I'm definitely going to watch it again. But Glenn Howerton has a cameo in Fool's Paradise.
Yeah, he plays the CEO of BlackBerry. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't know who he. We're gonna get to that in a second. But okay. I guess I missed him. I guess he's one of.
Yeah, my brother was listening to their podcast, and he said that Glenn Howerton had a cameo in this. And there's so many cameos that they just go by a mile a minute. So I clearly missed it. But I was hoping you would remember where he popped up because I cannot remember where that was.
And that is not your fault for missing it, because the things you missed, I probably missed as well, or we missed different things. And that's why this movie is worth a rewatch, because
for sure.
That's the only way you're going to catch up on stuff. So anyways, really cool. 5 stars from Eric Holmes and 4 stars from me, and no stars yet from Bruce. But I don't know if he got the screener link. Who knows? Maybe he might see it next week. I don't know if you did get it.
I did. I got it.
Oh, you did? Okay, maybe you'll do a little mini rewind next week. Who knows? You see 500 movies every week, but I don't know if you ever find it in your time.
$4.99 this week.